This is forexcourse trade. In this video, I'll be doing quick analysis on three major pairs: USD, JPY, Euro USDT, and GBP USD. So, not wasting time, let's just do quick analysis on DXY so that we know the actual dollar index movements. We know the strength of dollar, and let's just go straight doing top analysis on this. So, we go to 1 month. I normally used to start in 1 month so that we have a general clue on what I'm analyzing. If you can see here, market break structure on this zone. There's a break of structure here in 1 month. There's a break of structure here. You can see it clearly. Then there's an other block here. There's another block here. There's a point of interest here that the market is reacting on. So here will be our basis. So, and also if you can see, you will notice that this market sweep liquidity here at this point is sweep liquidity. At this point, you can see there's a liquidity sweep here. There is an inducement that look like a change of character, but you can just take it as a change of character. You can see it at this point. So, but we are expecting this market to move from here, from this point of interest, back to this zone. Then, before we expect any move to this down demand zone, because here is where the demand zone is. You can clearly see it. This is where the demand zone is. So before we see the movement back here, so this is what the market is telling us. The DSY index is showing us. So we're expecting this market to still come to this demand zone before it will push up. So we have seen that this market will actually move up. That DSY will peak strength a bit because they have been weak. So let's just go to 1 week and see more if there is any information. You can see the market is making C curves, is about to reverse to this point of interest here. There's a point of interest here, which is either a react at this zone, but at least this market must reach at this zone before it sell. So in 1 day, let's just go straight to 1 day. We have seen our market direction. This market will keep on moving up. Then also, if you if you are you will see that from here that this market have been an uptrend in this zone. This market have been an uptrend, so we'll be following the trend. This market have been an uptrend like this, so we're expecting this market to keep on buying. Don't mistake this as a change of character. Don't take this as a change of character. This is not a change of character. It's just a liquidity sweep. This is just a liquidity sweep. It's not a change of character because this point does not cause any break of structure. So it's not a change of character. It's just a liquidity sweep into the demand zone. Here is a demand zone, which is where the market is reacting at now. The market is actually reacting on the demand zone. So from here, we're expecting this market to peak energy to push up. So let's just go to 4 hours and see if there is something the market is showing us. So if you come to 4 hours, we're going to concentrate on what is happening here. You see that there's a change of trend here. There's a typical change of character happening here. This is a sweep. After the sweep, hotness, that is a change of character here. You can see it, and the market has tested on the demand and is about moving up. I hope it is targeting at least coming up to this zone, which is the supply zone. So we're expecting this market to come up to here. So let's just go straight to 1 hour and also see clearly what the market is doing. So in 1 hour, what do we have? We have a breaker block. This our supply zone is covering both breaker block and the supply zone. So, and we have our sweep here. This is our sweep. That our sweep in 4 hour, and that is this. Then this is our change of color. The market has tested on the demand. This is where the demand zone is. So market has tested on it. This point, this black candlestick is where the demand zone is. So market has tested on it. It is pushing above. It is pushing up. So we're expecting this market on opening on Monday. We're expecting it US dollar. We're expecting it to peak energy from here at least to this zone before any other thing. So this will give us clue that USDT is going to gain energy. So let's just go straight to USDT, USDJPY. So in USDJPY, we're going to find out the key level, and here is the key level. There's a liquidity sweep, and market has tapped into a breaker block and also a demand zone. Here is a demand zone in 4 hours. Market has tapped into it. So you can see that market is respecting this zone. It respected it first time, second time, and third time. Then it swept liquidity at this zone. You can see the sweep of liquidity. This is the sweep of liquidity. So, and there is a change of character on this zone. There is a change of character on this zone. This is in 4 hours. I'm going to adjust this better in 1 hour. So let's just go to 1 hour so that we can see clearly what the market is doing. So you can see that there is a sweep here. There's a sweep here. You can see it. There's a sweep here. And that sweep, we put it as our S, our sweep. So this is sweep. Then here is our change of character. You can see it. It is obvious. So it's our change of character. So what are we waiting for? We are going to mark out POIs that we are seeing here. The first one is this mitigation block. We can call it a supply zone also, that has turned to support our demand zone. It has been a resistance level before. You know, whenever markets break a supply, it returns to a demand zone. So this is a supply zone. Market broke it. You can see the market is reacting on it. Or you can say it's another block. The market break another block, it return to mitigation block, breaker block, sorry, it return to breaker block. That market will be reacting on it. So we're expecting this market to at least touch back on this zone, come on it again for the last time. Then we will target at least 60 pips, or target at least this high. At least this high is what we'll be targeting just 100 pips. But we are going to take it with confirmation in 15 minutes. So when market come to this zone, we will wait for a confirmational chart pattern, which normally we know as head and shoulder and W pattern. Anyone be waiting for something like this to execute our trade from this zone. and to the top here. So this is what we'll be expecting, because there's still a tendency that this market, if we don't trade with confirmation, there's still a tendency that this market can still move from here down here down here, because there's a fair value gap and another block, a valid other block before it will push up. So that's why we are going to take it with confirmation. That's why we're going to take it with confirmation. So we have a major 2 point of interest, which is this mitigation, this breaker block, and this other block here. So we will be taking the trade with confirmation, then having it in mind that USDT is going to pick strength. So we'll be expecting to have a buy where our bias on USD JPY is a bullish direction. So we're expecting to take any trade from here to here and from here to here. Any of this point that gave us confirmation, then we will take from there. So let's move straight to the Euro USDT. Euro USD. This Euro USD, we are going to start with 1 day time frame, so that we can actually see. Okay, this is a trade I have been. Let me just clear everything. So let's just start for 1 day, so we can have a clue of what we are doing. If you can see, this market has given us a kind of 1 day pin bar. It sold for 1 day, then it pushed above, it sold again. This is showing that this market has interest in selling. It wants to sell more. And if this market starts selling, we'll be expecting the market to at least come to this level. That is where we're expecting the market to at least come to. So let's go to 4 hours and check things. Let's go to 4 hours and check things. In 4 hours, we have a liquidity. You see, we have 2 liquidity points. So this point of interest is still valid. Then we have this point of interest also is valid, but need to be taken with caution. And this place is where I believe that this market is targeting to. Then we also have this zone as another key level where the market is coming to. Then you can see there's a change of character here in 4 hours. There's a change of character here. You can see it. This is a typical change of character. If you go to lower time frame, you will see it more. So let's go straight to 1 hour. So in this 1 hour time frame, you will see the change of character. This is it. This is the change of character. Then we have a liquidity sweep at this zone. It is very clear. There's a break of structure there. Then market break the points that caused the break of structure. So it is a change of character. Then market retested on this other block. I used to call it hammer other block. This is a hammer, and the market, instead of the market to push up, market pushed down immediately, and you can see the market reacted on it and is selling. At this point, the market has given us another break of structure. In this zone, you can see it. So we'll be looking for entry. at any of this zone here. We'll be looking for entry here. Here now the market is already at a place to sell. So we'll be looking for entry along this zone in 15 minutes time frame. If we see any, since we have missed this first one, if you miss this first one, the second one is where you will start finding an entry to sell. So and here, if you can see, this market has not given us a clear breakup, a clear change of character, and there is still a valid other block. So there is still tendency that this market might enter this zone, touch this other block in 15 minutes. Is another block in 15 minutes. So there's a tendency the market can still push up, touch the other block, then and sell. You can see it is very, very clear. It's very, very clear. Then we will be targeting our take profits to be down. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Targeting our take profit at least at this zone, which is 40 pips, 40 pips around. So we're targeting our first take profit at that zone. Then if you give us another entry, we will see again. So this is what we have for Euro USDT. Then let's go straight to GBP USDT. GBP USD. So here we have the same thing happening here. You can see it. It's actually the same thing happening here. Exactly in Euro USDT. We have our sweep here. Then we have a break of structure. Then we have this zone. This demand zone has not been properly tested, and this is two equal highs. So market will actually move up, touch on it, then from there it will sell. We'll be targeting down here. So this is actually what we also have in GBP USDT. But all this entry need to be taken with confirmation. At this point, this market can still push from here down. But if peradventure it come up here due to this two equal high liquidity, market might like to repeat, then go down immediately. So if we see any confirmation in 15 minutes at any of this level, either at this level, we are going to take a sell because USD will be strong next week.